Okay, we will be rich till we die, and that's how we start up the space today. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you're spacing from. You're welcome one more time to the Violence Space, the unofficial energy space of the Obedient Movement. Your number one Twitter space is back again on our Saturday cruise this afternoon. From my side though, it's chilling. Well, like under one degrees this side, so it's kind of chilling over here. I don't know how hot or how cold it is where you are, but I'm under the weather right now. So guys, you're welcome one more time to the Violence Space. I think I also this is a continuation of our Thursday space. If you're here on Thursday, you know how it went down. If you missed Thursday, all right, welcome. If you heard about Thursday and you're here, you're a first timer. This is your first time on the Violence Space. I know we have a whole lot of first timers. I got intel that a whole lot of enemies will be coming today. So, guys, if this space crash, we'll come back. I already have intel that this space will be under attack today. Because what we achieved on Thursday was something phenomenal that we might not understand, but we did something great here on Thursday. I will have a continuation of that today. So, guys, if this is your first time on the Violence Space, one more time I welcome you. I always say on this platform for our first timers that you should fasten your seatbelts, get your helmets, and if you are pro bad governance, if you are a castivist, this is not the platform for you. Run away because you will collect. It is normal on this platform. If you have not heard about the Violence Space and you're coming here for the first time, I advise you to please leave on time. If you are hypertensive, if the doctor tells you take two every morning, afternoon, and night, please, this is not the platform for you. Huh? All right, with that, I say welcome every one of you. I see all our regulars. Thank you, my brother N6 and Otumba, for taking out your time. A lot of people have been asking me, Oma has gone back to work, so he has been so busy. You guys can always reach out to him. If he has the time, he's going to join us on the platform. I just wanted to clear this out because a lot of people have been asking me, Oma, what happened? No, there's there's no problem, eh? Oma has gone back to work, so we are still at the forefront. If you can always reach out, and that is why we are as a family try to reach out and ask, what's up, yeah. So we are back on the platform today, my people, and it is very important. I know there was a whole lot of hysteria going up. Actually, it looks like a fake alarm that some of our obedient handles were pushing on Thursday. But if you get to see the information that some people get to see on the platform, this movement, you understand that Nigeria is a very we're in we're in that position right now that we have to be very, very careful with the information we pass out. At the same time, we have to be very, very, very I'm trying to make sure I use the right words right now so I don't say things that could trigger, because right now people are people are coming for everybody's head, man. You can say anything now, they'll just my head will come from my head right now. Even me that I posted my own sarcastic one and said people were really attacking me. That's I understand how the atmosphere is charged right now, how everybody wants to hear the right news at all time, because in fact we're all gasping for any form of encouragement, any form of news that can uplift our souls. I know how downcast a whole lot of us are, why we come out here, why we are pushing for the next part of the elections. I know how it feels to be robbed of a victory that we all know it was clear as daylight. But we should in our bid to hang look for good news. I'm sorry to say that we will get more bad news. I have always been that person telling you guys, preparing you guys on this platform. If you have been on this platform, I think the most absolved people, or the most people that are more that have gotten a shock absorber nature are the violencers of this movement, because we have always prepared you guys for the possible worst while knowing that we are on the right side of history. So I always want to let you guys understand on this platform that we're not here to sugarcoat things for you. We're here to tell you guys how it is, and at the same time prepare you, because we are in the battle of our lives. We are in the battle to take back our country. And when you hear that phrase, take back your country, it is not just a phrase. Otumba always says this thing. You guys need to understand what it means by take back your country. Put that word. Just sit down and understand. Take back your country. It's not just going to be handed over to you guys. It's not going to be handed over to us. We have to systematically, strategically, uh, as in we have to do everything possible within within the ambit of the law to take back our country. And that is where we are as a platform. So while we come out here and we energize ourselves, we tell ourselves the hard facts and the hard truths, we are also going to make sure that we stay on topic, stay on the issue. The issue is, how do we take back our country? And with that, today, I just welcome all of you one more time. And before I go into my submission, I want to go and check right now how many people have retweeted the space, how many people have shared the space. I've seen we have over 350 of you on the platform, and only 66 people have retweeted this space. Why? Just tell me why you have not retweeted this space. Tell me why you have not shared this space. Tell me why you want to listen to the violence space and you are not sharing and you're not retweeting it. Are you that selfish? Do you want to listen to this platform alone? Invite people to the platform, my people. Share the space, like the space. And for all of you that have already done that, that song I just played, I will be rich till I die, is your portion. And for all of you that are going to do it now, the song I played before it, many, many things that they happen. You know that song, that jam, that is our jam, is our anthem on this platform. That song was done by my brother up on the platform, N6. Yeah, in case you guys don't know, that is N6 production. That's banger. Like N6 do them, yeah? So please, guys, stream that song on Apple Music, on Spotify, on every streaming platform you have. Support our brother. Let him eat our streaming money. So for you guys that have not retweeted the space, are retweeting it now. Many, many things will happen to now. So please retweet the space, share the space, and somebody say I'm singing like Backstreet Boys. Yes, thank you. I'm singing like Backstreet Boys. Thank you. I allow my voice like that. Yeah. So guys, please share the space, retweet the space. Let people know that the number one space on Twitter is up and running. And hopefully today we're going to be having two gubernatorial candidates on the platform today, coming out here to share their visions with their people, speak to their people, and also discuss with the obedient family in general. I think this is one big obedient house. We house everybody. I've been getting calls. Saddam, get us the candidate from Kaduna. Get us. That candidate have been here actually before, but Asake, if he's going to come back again, we're going to know. But this week we're going into, we should be having more presidential candidates coming up on, more gubernatorial candidates coming up on the platform this week. So if you have your candidate, I think you want them to be on the violence space, please reach out to any of us on the platform and we will do our best to bring them up on the platform. So guys, with that, I welcome you guys. Please, one more time, let me do our promo. We are streaming live on YouTube. Thank you to over 1.1k subscribers already we have on YouTube. God bless every one of you that subscribed to our channel on YouTube. Thank you to all those streaming this platform through our Vawulence radio station. For you that are just joining us, yes, we have a radio station online where you can stream this show on low data, very, very cheap and affordable across the world. Last check, we have streamers across over 40 countries in the world. That is how far the violence space is aired around the world. So please, guys, share the platform. Let people that are not on social media, let them join this platform through. Let them join the platform through either YouTube. They can stream it on YouTube, or they can listen to it on our radio station, which is on the comment section. So, guys, while we start this platform, I just want us to remember that every system in Nigeria under the APC has failed and has crumbled. There is nothing standing. Yesterday, I saw a video of police and army fighting in Warri. There is no system that APC inherited that is standing, that is better off today than it was in 2015. APC have destroyed Nigeria. APC have made sure that Nigeria will not recover. APC are doing everything possible to make sure that this country goes to hell. And so when I always say on this platform that if we don't kill APC as a party, APC will kill Nigeria. You guys thought we were playing. You guys thought we were playing. No, we were not playing. We're very serious. Because we have seen their track records. We have seen these guys have nothing to offer us as a people. We have seen all they bring is tears, sorrow, and pain to Nigerians. APC have successfully destroyed. Before APC, there was check and balance in governance. You could see a Senate system that are putting executive at they're always loggerheads. You see there's this combative nature within the Senate, the legislative, the judiciary there to checkmate them. The press we're having free press, even though it was gagged or something, but it was a little bit freer than we have right now. APC came in and they destroyed the free press. APC came in and they destroyed the judiciary. APC came in and they destroyed INEC. APC came in. APC, if APC got this kind of INEC, will there be APC today? If Jonathan Goodluck had rigged that 2015 election, we'll be hearing about APC today. Even if we can stand and say the election was rigged in favor of APC, if Jonathan has stood and played this dirty act of this satanic kind of election, Yakubu Mahmoud gave Nigerians, will we have APC today? APC has destroyed everything. Nobody obeys court orders anymore. Everything are now cruise. Everything in the country is now cruise. No, there is just the. I get so many informations that I am just so tired of APC. There's no synergy among the security apparatus in the country. The DSS having their own order today. The army, you can go somewhere to go with the DSS to arrest somebody, and the next minute army are the ones that will stop DSS from arresting them. Next thing, police have come there. You can see the disorganized way APC have destroyed this country. MFLA, they sent DSS to arrest MFLA. Army was protecting MFLA. There is no coordination. There is nothing this party has brought to Nigeria than destruction. And we dare say this. I am saying this right now. Let it be on record that if we make the mistake of a continued of APC government, Nigeria is over. It is finished for this country. It is over. Let us take now. It has finished. Otilo, just know that. So right now we are here making sure that our stolen mandate, we have to stand up as a people, and take back our freaking country. And I want to say something here because I know how agitated, I know how tense a whole lot of obedience are. I know how my DMs have been blowing up over the past few hours, from yesterday to today, when APC and the APC INEC refused to grant a court order for Labour Party, our forensic experts, to go and check their whole server and everything. And people were coming out, it's time to occupy INEC. As I seen trend tweet, occupy INEC. Please, Nigerians, please, I will ensue and beg for calm. Please, be calm. That's all I'm going to say right now. Be calm. Let us follow our principle. Let it be clearing to the world. Let the whole world see that a court gave an order for APC INEC to do something and they did not do it. Let us write it down. Let us take our case to the tribunal. Let us follow every. I love how Abuja Obedient occupied that court that day. I am certain that in the history of that court, in the history since independence, since the day they built that court, that they have never seen such a turnout of people in their court proceedings before. They have never seen it until that day. And this is how we will continue being lawful citizens, following everything they said we should follow till the very end. Till the very end. Let Yakubu Mahmoud continue to play his hands. Let APC INEC continue to play their hands. There is only one candidate presently traversing the country, going out for votes for his gubernatorial candidate, and you still see people in their thousands coming out on the streets to meet him. There is only one candidate. That same candidate who is telling us to be calm. And when that candidate, if APC, what the feelers we are getting, because I'm going to call out all the names of the Supreme Court judges today on this platform so you guys know them. Those of you that can pray for them. Those of you that can incant for them. Those of you that can do whatever you can do for them. Those of you that can find them and let them know that Nigerians will not take any nonsense, that our last hope lies in the courts. And that if we continue to be obedient citizens till the very end, and what we see glaring, in fact, the fact alone that APC INEC has refused to grant us access to a court order, that alone on its own has disqualified these elections. In any court, in any sensible court, that fact alone, that what are you hiding, INEC, that a court gave you order, you refuse to obey the orders, that alone has put any doubt, has cleared any doubt in the mind of any sensible person to know that these elections was rigged in the favor and in the collaboration of INEC. Definitely INEC are trying to hide their tracks. They're trying to hide all the criminal things they did behind the scene. But unfortunately for them, we are in an AI generation. We are in a tech-savvy generation. That you guys are still using calculator to calculate figures does not mean that people are. We have moved. Yakubu Mahmoud, we have moved. Nigerians have gone past that generation of calculator. No, we're no longer using typewriter. We have moved on. If you guys have chosen to stay in the Stone Age, the Nigerian youths have moved on. And we're going to show you guys all this evidence in court. And hopefully, by God, all these Supreme Court judges, I'm going to call their names out for you guys today, will stand right and do the right thing. And I don't want to preempt. I don't want to preempt. I don't want to preempt. But if Nigerian APC think that the army and the DSS, they are all come on Twitter. The moment they announce the criminal, only a criminal will be declared the president, and you unleash DSS on Twitter. Only DSS listening to me on this platform. I know people already here. It is because you guys voted a criminal. It's because you guys stole an election that you have been sent to Twitter. You did not join Twitter in 2015. Your mates in other countries have been in Twitter across the world for years. Verified handles. You're joining because the system have sent you to join Twitter to monitor voices of Nigerians that are rejecting a criminal to be their president, a drug dealer. You should be in his house finding for the remaining drugs or cocaine or crack or whatever that he has, not on Twitter monitoring Nigerians. Because no matter what you guys want to do, we must speak up. This is that generation that will speak, we will speak, and we will continue to speak out. You cannot stop Nigerians from speaking out, except if you want to shut Twitter, as you have done before. That is, fuck APC. The only party that had the guts to shut down Nigerian Twitter. What the fuck are... Who give you this moral? Who give you this moral? Just sit down, Nigerians, and think about how these guys have evolved up until where we are today. Please, all I'm going to indulge all of you guys as I call the names of these Supreme Court justices, judges, whatever you want to call them, is Nigerians. Those that can pray, please pray for them. Pray that God will give them the heart to do what is right. Because the criminal that has stolen this mandate will want to use all the resources he has to bribe them. He wants to use all the resources he has to blackmail them because he's a chief bribe and chief blackmailer. That is how he thrives. He either bribes you or he blackmails you. If he doesn't bribe you, he will succeed in blackmailing you. So please pray for these people that they shall strong and their hearts shall not go faint. For those that can pray. For you that can hold them accountable, I don't know how you're going to hold them accountable. You that know their children, you that know their family, please talk to them to talk to their parents. That the future of this country lies in their hands. They should just do what is right. We're not asking you to grant us justice. We're not giving to grant us, pronounce for us justice. Pronounce for Nigerians justice. When the case is presented before you, do not sit in the middle of the night. Nigerians, I'm saying it right now on record. Nigeria Supreme Court Justice, please do not sit in the middle of the night to announce results as INEC did by 4 a.m. In which country do you announce results by 4 a.m. in the morning? What made you, Yakubu Mahmoud, you could not wait? You could not wait till 9 o'clock the next morning. What is that thing? If not you satanic evil men. Unfortunately for you guys, we're going to speak out. We'll keep speaking out. We'll keep exposing you guys and the evil you guys stand for. And the real good Nigerians will gather to take back our country, whether you like it or not. This fight is not going to be a fight against Igbos or Yorubas or Hausas or Kanuris. It's going to be a fight against good people and bad people. Good Nigerians and bad Nigerians. The elite class and the normal citizens. And God forbid you'll be at the part of the bad Nigerians. God forbid that fight. God forbid that fight for you. You will not survive it. You will not survive it. And with that, I welcome you guys. Let me just read the names of the Supreme Court justices before I bring in my brothers Sizul and Otumba. Number one on my list, I have Olukayode Ariwola Musa Dajito Muhammad. Guys, I'll be jotting their names down. These are the names of noisemakers. Be taking class monitors, all of you, please get to work. Be jotting these names down. Be writing their names down so you remember them, you remember their children, remember wherever they are. Please reach out to them and thank them And please do not go there. Don't put any unnecessary. Let them know that we are praying for them. We are our eyes are on them. We know them. We know them. We know them. That whatever decision they make in the next few months, they will be held liable and accountable for it. Please, that's all I'm asking here. Olukayode Ariwola 1, present. Musa Dajito Mohammed 2,
Present.
thank you. Kudira Kekere Ekun 3.
Present, but visa ban.
Oh, that one already to episode ban. Hey!
They don't flog
Oh,
a Moraimo code already. Continue,
okay.
sir.
Chima Sentus Nweze.
Present.
Amina Agwai.
Present.
Uwani Musa Abba Aji.
Present.
Hey, God have mercy. John Inyang Okoro.
Present.
And finally, Lawal Garba. I don't know whether
Present.
na Lawal Garba we play for Super Eagles, so we don't go enter court. Lawal Garba, please, please, family and friends of Lawal Garba, John Inyang Okoro, Uwani Musa Abai Aji, Amina Agwai, Chima Sentus Weze, Kudira Kekere Ekun, Musa Dadito Mohammed, Olukayode Ariwola, family and friends of these people. Please reach out to them and tell them that from the violence space, the energy part of the obedient movement, we are telling them good morning, good afternoon, good evening, the voice of the level best, that hope they are fine, hope they are doing well, hope they don't plan to circumvent the justice, the will of the people, hope they do not collect Tinubu's corn. Tinubu's corn, because I heard the corn now that he's using, the oil is using to fry the corn now, they too juicy. He just the fry ham, he just the fry ham now. So people don't afford, I don't know if it avoid the scent. Please let them not accept that corn. And with that, guys, I welcome you guys one more time to the Violence Space. Thank you all for joining with us. Thank you for sticking with the platform. Thank you, all of you that are from Enugu State. Please go and invite your Enugu people. Let them come out here by 6 o'clock by the special grace of God. The next governor of Enugu State will be here. Come and talk to him. Come and interrogate him. Come and ask him questions. Come and do what you have to do. Whatever you have to do. And I think the Delta State governor also is going to be here with us. So, guys, you're welcome one more time. And with that, I yield the mic to my brother N6. N6, my brother, thank you for joining us on the platform today. How are you doing this evening? Thank you, my brother. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Sirdam. Welcome everyone to the Church of Violence. Good evening. God bless you all and God bless Nigeria. You see, there are different types of leaders, especially in defeat. Now, there is one leader in this country who ran for elections for 12 years. He was Atiku before Atiku. If you had seen him when he was running for elections, you would have sworn that if this man touched this, if this man touched government, we would have the type of progress, if not for anything, at least Dubai level. Oh, he promised and promised. Now, in 2011, when this man lost an election, he came out in public, shed a few crocodile tears, but made a statement and said, the baboon and the dogs will be soaked in blood. For that statement alone, according to the United States Aid Service, for that statement alone, in 3 days in northern Nigeria, 800 people were killed. More than 10 youth coppers, innocent, were murdered. And 85,000 people were displaced from their homes in 3 days. This same man had been rejected by Nigerians over these 12 years because we knew his antecedents. And upon that 2011 loss, where he unleashed the most violence that he could imagine, he went back to his home in Katsina till another very mischievous man got up, packaged him with his media companies, and put the tag on him, a reformed Democrat. We all remember that line. We asked ourselves, Can a man who was not a Democrat become a Democrat? Can a man who circumvented democracy the first time Nigeria had democracy in 1982 and got us into a coup and ruled this country with chaos then, all of a sudden be democratic in principle now? Oh, no kind of promise we weren't told. We will give you student loan and a host of other fables. Here we are 8 years later after that man. He has run one of the most shabby elections in the history of elections. Presidents in the world are deleting their tweets congratulating a Nigerian president for the first time in history. Presidents in the world are scared to tweet congratulations at the president of the most populous black nation, not for anything else, but due to how he got power. There is no institution in this country that the APC has not squatted, taken their pants down, and taken a big dump on. You name it, and it's there. The facts are there, the numbers are there, the proof is there. The Supreme Court will say something, the president will choose what to follow. And we're where we are. All of us who are here have a cash problem. Whether you're a big boy, whether you're a poor man. There's a video online about a plantain market where nobody could come out and buy plantain, all because there's no cash in the country. You would think that, okay, with no cash, they would have done a deal with the telecoms people to increase this thing. The apps will be running POS and everything. There's no POS, is not working, transfer is not going. Banks like Zenith, their app is not even opening. And this is how APC, with fuel scarcity, wants to tell me and you that somehow they got 8 million votes in this country. That Nigerians are so forgiving that after what we have gone through in the last 8 years, they put us in the mother of all fuckeries, but still got 8 million votes. No wahala. I leave that to the Supreme Court to judge. I asked a question on my Twitter feed. I said, you go to obedient spaces. We have all our candidates have a mandate from Peter Obi. Open up a social media handle, go to certain spaces, and go and be grilled by the people. I am listening. If you think Peter Obi is not listening while we're doing all these interviews, you know you are joking. He's assessing them by we, the people, doing this. And I asked a question. APC and PDP youths online, where are the spaces interviewing your governors? Me too, I want to go there. In Enugu now, for instance, there's a bit of a confusion. Some people want Frank Weke. Some people, we want Edoga, LP all the way. Edoga has come on this space, accredited himself well, has been grilled by everybody. Some answers he might have given perfectly, some answers he might not have been. But I want to ask, in the APC list of young statesmen, are any of them hosting spaces so that we can go and listen to their candidates? Is any PDP space? Ayo Juwole has been hosting space since. Please, can you tell me any PDP space that has brought up the PDP candidates to grill them and question them? So if you are not doing these things, who are you as a Nigerian youth trusting to hold these men accountable? I don't understand what is going on in this country because I still repeat, everywhere I have gone, I have met APC youths, I have met PDP youths. Labour. I must give una try you. Chop knuckle, well done. In the next 4 years, if you get as soon I go do this movement, me if I fit come Labour, see if I go win one seat. So you all acknowledge that what we are doing is really what has this country's best interest at heart. So why are you people in all these other parties not doing the same thing? So that at least anywhere where Labour lose election, if APC win election, you go do at least day one space, they hear APC use where then they ask that person question. So you know that, you know what, are we moving this country to the next level or what? So many the Nigerian Supreme Court has a chance to make history. I've said it. I don't even bother about Justice Awewale, Justice Igbowale, Justice Yewale, Justice Abubakar, Justice Yemaka. I don't give a damn. The honest truth to me, Sheikh Mahmoud Yakubu, he did as he liked. Please, I beg you, Nigerian Supreme Court, make una do as una like. I'm begging you. I told you that there are two types of leaders. There's the one leader that told his people, Omo, they rigged me, oh, fuck these guys, scatter everywhere. And there's one leader that the people wanted to scatter everywhere. He told them, calm down. Let me see where this story, this film, this movie, this Netflix will end. And that is the only reason why the people are calm. I told you guys in APC, you are in the minority. It is a position to be very humble in. In 2019, Atiku lost election with 11 million votes. In 2023, Tinubu is saying he won election with 8 million votes. Okay, you suppressed the will of the people. 24 million people voted. There are more people that did not vote for APC than voted for APC. But APC goes around instigating violence as if we begin shelling now, they know. They know it's no sure for them. They have seen the rally size. Shey, we've seen your Agbero rallies added with market women that came out by force. You've seen obedient rallies. So I don't get where this confidence to push tribalism. Some numbers came out that showed that indigenous Yorubas in Lagos are 3%, 30%, I be 20, some less than 30%. Even in Lagos, calm down. This mandate was clearly stolen. I asked a simple question. Where are the northerners excited on their bikes? We have the videos on YouTube. Go and type it. Nigerians excited over Buhari election victory 2015. People were driving bikes and getting into accidents, bashing their cars. People were trekking. I have a friend, an Igbo boy, that trekked Osita Wagu. He went to King's College. He trekked from Lagos to Abuja when Buhari won the election. Where are the people? Where are they? Where are they? A man wrote WAEC. They told him, come and defend WAEC. He went and brought 50 sons. And we're back to square one with Tinubu again. Where's your birth certificates? He brought story. Where is this birth story? You people finally went to go and allow them. You people supported the man that stole Donald's picture as his childhood picture, and it was in his memoirs, approved by him. The other day, Nigerians and Kenyans got into a Twitter fight, and all they'll just post Tinubu, bam. No matter the punchline you're throwing, it's a wrap. You can see it. Dubai that gave us free visas, closed visa to Nigerians. Dubai here. When last did you see any Snapchat or any post from Dubai? Because Dubai gave us a list of terrorists who were politicians in our government, and the APC government palmed that list. Till today, nothing was heard of it. Do you think it's hush puppy that made Dubai ban Nigerians from coming there? You know how many criminals? Do you know that there were Nigerians that did armed robbery in Dubai Mall that were arrested? You know how many criminals Nigerians don't commit crime? But the crime your government commits is worse. Look, the last joke is PDP. Atiku. No, na go comot that nonsense petition when I carry go Supreme Court. Don't just annoy Nigerians. Because I don't know how somebody that rigged the election is now going to Supreme Court. Oh, because APC gave you second position to make it look like we lost. You say, can't they believe that second position? Atiku, may you stop this thing where they do. May you stop this thing. I'm sure they've released new loafers in the Dubai Mall from Louis Vuitton that you can go and price. Don't come and spoil this petition tribunal. So Olu went to Computer Village the other day, governor of Lagos after 4 years, ordained by the Godfather. No crowd. Peter Obi went to Computer Village, shut down. Everywhere Peter Obi goes, you see the pictures. Allow God into your heart. Stop being blind. Stop being wicked. Stop being evil. There is only one man that right now his movement is holding his candidates even accountable. Ask Tinubu, where are the AP? I challenge every APC youth listening to me right now. You have an election for gubernatorial. Where are the spaces for Somolu? He's licking ice cream in Palms Mall. He's licking ice cream in ShopRite. Where are the spaces for Somolu? Where are you people calling him to ask him, what are you going to do in the next 4 years? These Igbo people are not happy with you. These LP people seem to be moving forward. This their governor seems to have some ideas that are resonating with the people. But the cockiness of you guys, the lack of humility, the lack of empathy. So you believe is it once APC presidential council has cleared them, yes, Somolu is good enough. Oh yeah, let's go. Burn the whole town down. You are seeing Badiboro's Vibe on Spaces podcasts. Where are your podcasts? Where are you people? I want to hear. I want to hear from your Jandors and your Sonolus on policy. That does not interest you. But you people will come to obedience space to learn the beauty of democracy, how Nigeria should function. It's obedience space. You will come, listen to obedience space and be writing down what you write down as tweets to fight us in your next tweets. Do your own now. Are you not learning from our movement? And you Supreme Court judges, last but not the least, I've thought on you guys, but I'll just still say this. The world is watching. You're in a generation where every pronouncement you give will be recorded for posterity and left on the undeletable Google for life. Your children will be so ashamed by some of the things many of you, especially Fanika and the rest of people, are doing this season. They will be forced to change their names. Your lineage will end with many of you over the nonsense many of you are doing now. Answer Mahmoud Yakubu Jr. They waka around for Nigeria with your chest out. One person go slap you. If show me that. And
You
this
say
is not
slap?
me.
You say slap?
I say in the kindest. Just answer them. Just the waka. Or highest Nigerians will smile in your face, but behind it, they don't say, see this one who is stupid papa collect 355 billion and hung the will of the people. We all know that Beavers was not meant to have any manual accreditation. That machine is literally an iPad. You are meant to have used your thumb, press Beavers, all the parties will show up on the Beavers. You use your finger, tap it, and it will manually send it, electronically send it to the polling unit. That is what you people promised us. Ballot paper was not meant to be there. We have all the videos. Mahmoud and all his guys, they were talking. I remember when we were on the violence space, we talked about this thing. Mahmoud came out, did press conference. There are rumors around there that we don't intend to transmit the beavers from the polling units. And at the end of the day, now you're telling us that we need to reconfigure beavers. So after I use telephone and make one call, I remove the SIM, go to MTN, reconfigure it, plug it back to make another call. You are talking to idiots. You are talking to fools that don't handle technology. You want to reconfigure beavers. No wahala. Continue. Because I know that many people will go to prison. Many people will go to prison in this country. You see this election, it would have been better. This election was run free and fair. And we lost as Labour Party. Lost. And by now would have been talking of 2027. It would have been better. This election was done free and fair. And maybe there was even a rerun between Tinubu and Obi. And would have been talking of further promotions for a rerun. But you see this blatant stealing, as the Igbos will say, nga, 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 prison, prison, prison. Many people will go to prison.
Somebody just thank you, my brother. Somebody just corrected me and said that we should start from the appeal court because the tribunal will start with the appeal court justice. So I'm gonna
My
find
brother,
no appeal court.
my brother.
Tribunal
Let me explain something, Sirdam.
Tribunal is what?
Even in tribunal will start with the appeal court. He go get PA, we still dey law school, we go hold briefcase. He go get SAN and one wey Rekeyamo we go dey. He go get barrister, we go dey the SAN back where they do the research. Many levels of the law will handle a case this big. You stand a chance to make electoral history because you need to understand every time something comes up to the law and justice is not served, that ruling forever stands in the law. True or false? So if you don't serve justice, this ruling will stand in the law. It becomes a travesty of the law. It becomes a perversion of the law. And tomorrow, another thing will happen in the law that somebody will bring up this same ruling. That is why justice is blind.
Can I talk, Genesis, just to collaborate? This
Uh,
Talk to me,
this
my brother.
FCT 25%. The former Attorney General of Federation, that is Michael. I don't know his name. When he
Ondwaka.
was interviewing in Arise TV, he said there was a time there was a issue with FCT 24%. And the decision of the law that time, the Supreme Court, was that it is compulsory for you to have 25%. So although what did not say that that is 2008 or 2007, so the gap things might have changed, but there was a basis for them to make that law. So I'm not looking.
Obviously, Nigeria, it's a form of electoral college for Nigeria. You must win Lagos and Abuja. These are where the decisions are made. The major funding is done. These are the most educated set of the populace. I mean, if you failed in other states, how will you be in Abuja or in Lagos? So you are actually right, my brother. Continue. Even Michael Zekome, who is now, I think, on Atiku's team, supported this same ruling on our rise. Things are funny at this point in time. Continue,
but
please.
Mike Ozekome did not come against it. Now, did he say anything wrong about that?
No, that's what I'm saying. He supported it, but I think he's on Atiku's team right now.
Yes, the law they share am, everybody go collect.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
you're on Atiku's team. You say the person who won 25 in Abuja and Lagos should be the president by the Nigerian pseudo electoral college. Atiku didn't win FCT, but you're on Atiku's legal team for the tribunal. It's all a comedy of errors at this point. It's all a comedy of errors.
All
Yeah,
right.
well, thanks, Sirdam.
Atuma, come
Yeah,
in here. Good morning.
yeah. Good morning, good evening to you guys. Good afternoon to everyone. I think what has been bothering the most more is the defiance of the court system. And I was just, I was googling today, and I saw there's a Punch article from 2019 that listed 6 times Buhari defied the court's order. And in a democratic system where you have three arms of government, you're supposed to have equal and separate powers where each one sort of there's check and balancing where typically your executive might be your most powerful arm of government. It depends. Like in Nigeria, there are a lot of more domestic powers. But then you have your legislature, where they make laws, and then the judiciary. And the judiciary is very key to any surviving or thriving democracy. They settle scores, they interpret the law. Um, they're required to carry out justice, and anarchy is simply the breakdown of law and order. When as a society you get to a point where even your court, your appeal court, not even a federal court, but your appeal court, when orders are getting defined by instruments of the federal government, that's anarchy. I think, to me, while we're fighting back for our mandate and doing all this, but I think there's a deeper problem here, and I think Saddam, you touched on it. I don't think we've ever gotten to a point. Even the military, under military rule, feared the court systems. They will tell you that there were things where even when we had military rule, where that's why when you were, you let's say you were accused of treason or added a coup, the military had its own tribunal court system. There's a reason why, even though it's done for it's just rubber stamping courts. There's a reason why even the military at that time would hold tribunals and hold courts, and allow people to defend themselves, even though we know those guys are going to be sentenced to death. There's a reason why you take things to court and you follow court judgment, because the moment you lose that part of a democratic or any government, there's no more legitimacy. You're delving into anarchy, and I think I for one is we didn't pay attention to this a lot. Where Buhari's government and APC have been showing their hands that they think only one arm of government exists, which is the executive. And so it's more dictatorial. It's even worse than dictatorial, because dictators I see so also, they go to courts. They fear the court system. But these people, what they're trying, the precedents they've established and what they're crying out, when you're basically rendering your judicial arm, the third arm of government, useless, and you're saying, damn you, I don't give 2 cents what judgment you pass. I will do whatever I want to, what I want to do. I think that's some uncharted territory. And I know they are listening, but please and please, this bed you people are making, you'll be the ones to lie on it though, because life is like a boomerang. What goes around comes back. Now it might not come in the same form, which is funny because I actually don't believe in karma. But there's usually a way where um things you ignore today down the line come back to haunt you. Where Buhari came into power because good luck had the foresight and did not wield the power, which I still call him weak for that, but he refused to wield the power of the federal government. And Buhari is doing the same exact thing. And they are defying courts. Imagine when a judge we get to a point where a judge will render judgment and the defendant will look at him and tell you, well, that's your business. I'm not going to obey this because I have the money and the power to subvert the will of the people. So this is dangerous territory for me. Like, because I've been reading and I've been studying the whole. I've spoken to some of my lawyer friends, and the precedents these people are setting is dangerous. It's very dangerous. I don't know what's going through their thought process, and I think it just sums up in the fact that APC is a terroristic and demonic party. There's no other definition for APC, because I don't understand how would not even a federal judge, or not in the federal court, not a lower court, an appeal court issues an order, and you guys just like, screw it, I don't even care. Like, how did we get here to a point where you can't even obey the courts? We personally, technically, don't even trust the judicial system. But it's worse when they give judgments, you can't even enforce those judgments. That, to me, that's worse than people saying, you know what, I think that is said on TV. I don't trust the judicial system. So fine, well, because the person they're setting now is, if whatever order comes out, anybody can refuse to comply, or disagree. Like, no, I'm not going to comply with this order, and there's no way to enforce that. So I think it's a slippery slope that they themselves should pause. I know they want power by all costs. I get it. They will rather rule over ashes, but these ashes, man, it might be their own ashes they rule over. This is where they are driving this country to, and they are lucky and blessed that the leader of our movement, the man we all look up to, is a genuinely good person. Seriously, half the shit Peter Obi has taken, I cannot. It tells you who actually loves this country and who doesn't. Obi doesn't even need to say burn down the country. There's a way he can talk that, my brother, this country will be upside down in 24 hours. It's facts. But this man has taken the very long approach. Like, you know what? I know I'm going to be president. I'm going to get my mandate, and I want the country intact when I get that mandate. But APC does not give a damn. Like, N6, I don't know, man. It feels like morning in Nigeria, because I've never seen a country this quiet after an election.
Remember when I used to say it on spaces that, dear INEC, you have two options: announce a president that the whole country will go into jubilation and partying, or announce a president that everywhere will look like a graveyard. Who remembers when I used to say, I beg
My
if
Yeah,
you
you
brother, I
should
remember,
say
just
remember
it.
it
give me a
perfectly.
thumbs
And
up.
it feels like
Who
that right now.
remembers? I always used to say this. INEC, you have one job. You announce a president that you must send army on the street the next day, and everywhere will be like a graveyard. I have it. It's written here as you were talking. I was looking at it.
Yeah,
And
you
even
always say that, bro.
I always said it. And INEC ended up announcing who they did.
In the middle of the night, and it's not just announce, in the middle of the night when people are
Now,
sleeping.
how else would you give a bat a presidency? Will you give him in the daytime? Na
They only
night.
see you at night. Ah!
Na night. Now how else would you crown a
God,
bat? You don't see Batman for
Plus they say he
daytime.
know they sleep. Say he does not sleep. Papa does not sleep. He
How
does
will he
not sleep
sleep
in the night.
when he's planning mischief? So
And
anyway,
yeah, and I
continue,
think
Otumba.
one of my last is we certainly have Christopher Columbus. I know this is off topic, but I really want to touch on it. And I'm going to use the word Christopher Columbus. Those that are very familiar with American history, and this is where I'm going to. Yeah, there was a man that he was, I think he was sent by the
Oh, well,
British.
too bad. I want for you.
Wait, let me cook. Hold on, let me cook. This is it's been on my
Let him
heart.
cook. You know, say na burger he won't cook, so you
Yeah,
no
it's
go
been on my heart.
understand the
Like,
smell yet.
this is clear to American. So there was a man back in I think it was the British, or maybe the French. I think it was the British. And this man said, they sent him on a voyage to go and discover India. And for some reason, it was supposed to go, there was a news, he heard about the spice route and all that. But for some reason, his direction of the boat or his whatever you call it, those ship went a different direction, and it's not upon America until today. They will ask you who discovered. That's why American Native Americans are called Indians, because he thought he got to India, but he got to a different part of the continent. But till today, there's this fallacy that when they ask you who discovered America, the name is Christopher Columbus. So we have a Christopher Columbus in our midst that I'm trying to. I think yes, what was yesterday's date? He discovered the man that discovered the obedient movement. The tweet was March 10. So we have a new Christopher Columbus amongst our midst. Yeah, my brother. I don't know what to say at this
See,
point.
let me now give you guys a prophecy. Let me give you guys a prophecy. May the Lord keep us alive to witness what I'm about to say. In the next 24 years, mark this down somewhere. How many are we on this space? 746. In the next 24 years, a rich politician will arise in Abuja. He will sell Abujans a story that he built Abuja from scratch. He will be a former Abuja governor, probably do one or two things in Abuja, but he will be one of the least performing. He will engage in state capture, and on his 24th year, he will announce that he's the one that built Abuja. Many of us will be old, we'll be in our 70s. We'll remember Twitter Spaces. We'll remember Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we will laugh. We will laugh. Add 24 years to your age now. That's how old you'll be then. And we'll tell our children, there was one man that ran this P in Nigeria one time like this. And he will tell the baggy people, the real indigenes of Abuja, that you people should get up. I don't understand how we allowed these Igbo people, Yoruba people, come into our town. This is our place. If we chase all of them away, we'll have this town to ourselves. We'll be able to share all these buildings to ourselves. And we'll sit back and say, Kai, history actually repeats itself. I'm telling you this because this thing happened in this day and age. And there were enough foot soldiers and horsemen of the media apocalypse to sell, solidify, and engage in this gaslighting of history that happened right between our eyes. We are here shouting, this man did not do anything in Lagos. So he did not build Lagos. So not then.
S6, you like say you don't confuse my Christopher Columbus analogy.
Yes, now I carry your analogy come
Let's
Nigeria.
get to someone else. So let me tell
Just
you this.
northerners that come to Lagos and
Mhm.
see everything in Lagos, and they'll say, is it not this man that was governor in Lagos?
Otuba, is this a analogy? When I
Is
make
it
it
not
No,
this
next
you
man?
know, see, my analogy is fine.
See,
See, X, you don't watch 24 hours. You
yes,
watch,
now.
okay, that's who my analogy is directed at. This is I get
See, let me cook this noodles finish and pour it on the table. So Nigerians, I'm telling you that what we refuse to fight today, what we sat back and allowed some people to turn tribal, what you sat back and on election day that is coming, you are planning not to come out for revival. You are planning not to come and fight for your country. This thing we're allowing today. I have an 80-year-old father in my sitting room who
Is it
who
just
is
me?
one
I think you
of
got
the
a call.
biggest. Yeah, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Can you hear him? Sarah, can you hear him?
No, I
Can you
can't
guys
hear
hear me?
NC. It seems you got it correct.
Yeah, now. Yes, yes, you can now. Go ahead.
N6 is fading off. I don't know. I'm getting informations. I don't know how true it is. Please, if you can confirm it, please let me know. I'm hearing that APC thugs have attacked GRV and his team at Epe. If you can confirm that information,
No,
please.
I saw a tweet to Maurice now. I think Maurice said the DSS repelled them back. I don't know how true that is. I think Kibati is down there, but I think I read it. I think I was going through Maurice Moyes' tweet and he had talked about how
Yeah,
I
can you
think
guys
there's.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So I'm like, my father is one of my biggest supporters. Why? My father was 18 during the Biafran War and fought that war till he was 21. The war no concern him. He schooled in Hope Water, Calabar, came to Nigeria from Germany. My grandfather was a judge, literally the Igbo version of a Supreme Court judge. So we came from a certain level of caliber. And nothing concerned this man. A quarrel in the army led to my dad becoming a soldier. People died in my family. We have a huge family picture. Half of that family picture died in the war. Same thing happening now. Waiting concern GRV, concern the trader in Apapa that their market was burnt. And if we don't nip this thing in the bud, go and meet your 80-year-old parents. Go and meet your parents and ask them whether NEPA was taking light in their 20s or 30s. We didn't even enjoy Nigeria to even have vex. Our own has been suffer from day one till now. So if you're a Nigerian youth, I've said it, collect their money. Chop their money is your money. But when it comes to the polls, leave sentiments. There was one video I saw some boys, Tenable 71 and Tenable 72, and I put a comment. I said, please, post a video of where it was counted like that anywhere in the federation. There is a tweet till today where people are asking, that money is around 2 million now. Post a video of one polling unit. How many? It's tiring. And look, Nigerians, we are at a crossroads. Down to the Nigerian judiciary, lawyers in particular, everybody involved in this case, we are at a crossroads. You can come out of this case as the African judiciary, let me predict again, that gave the mandate that was stolen to the rightful president of the country that won an election. All the facts are there. All the tampered evidence is there. Or you can come out as the judiciary that upholds the sham of an election and puts in a man that already is causing Nigerians to lose many wars on social media, talk less of the ones in real life. You can put him there, and anything Nigerians see, they will take. Anything you see as a judiciary member, you will take. Coming from a people that beat up a deputy senate president, Ike Ekweremadu, they invited him for an event in Germany just to beat him. Anything you people see, you will take. You might go for a speech in Babcock Law School and they will stone you something. Anything you see as a judiciary, please, you will take. I rest my case. I yield.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I think you although you missed what Otumba was going to, but please let's Otumba, if you let us just leave that one. I beg. Let's leave that one. It's I
If
feel
you
like,
leave Christopher Columbus,
yeah, I
That
feel like
man, I will.
we have a whole lot of other battles to fight that we should not even be looking. We should focus more on fighting the enemies. We are not our enemies. We are stronger together. Even though inside this obedient movement we have a whole lot of people where they head the touch. We have been saying it from day one. We have all this
Sadam,
movement has. I'm
Sadam.
coming, please. I'm coming, please. This movement has all type of people. That's what we should always remember, that we have all types of people in this movement, and that's why it's a movement that accommodates everybody. So we get the weary, we get the one we know too weary, we get the one we over weary, we serve our brain self. Some of people don't like us for this violent space. Tell ourselves truth. They don't like this community. They say our own too much. They say they do this, we they do that. So let's just on our own, as they are accommodating us in the movement. They say those violent people, we are accommodating them. Let us
with a
also.
squat now, we just
Sadam, I want to just Sadam
manage.
Otumba. Let me just throw in something that people can also deliberate on. Do you see the beauty of obedience? This movement is called obedience, but a lot of people forget that you think it was just carved out of Peter Obi's name. Why do I say this? Your leader said vote LP top to bottom. Some of Una Aisha Yusufu We don't dey inside the same helicopter with this our leader. Come out, look left, look right. Talk say no, 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 we won't vote Moses. Let's use Abishia, or let's try one person. We on this violent space stayed on the issues. Our leader has said this. He's not daft. He has the list of the candidates. If you get one we get K-leg, he go talk say vote LP all the way. Minus this guy. He's not an LP person. He came into LP. So he knows Peter Obi is a billionaire. Nobody for LP will get money.
You forgot
We
when
we
Dog said Peter called him to come to Labour
hold
Party.
on, my brother. Like this, I'm about to land. I'm about to land where you could just put two Maggi inside this food and I don't cook. Now you see on this space, we now stayed on that LP all the way. Peter Obi lands in Enugu and carries a dogger along. I want to ask everybody else, the people that I now tag as disobedient obedience. How do you feel now? I am from Aisha Yusufu. How do you feel now? Are you going to now solidify your disobedience and say, even though Peter Obi carried this man, walked around Enugu with him, I am still on Frank Wenke Jr. How you have to solidify that your disobedience now because it was still on social media. But now that your leader has said is this person, explain how your disobedience, what angle do you fall back or do you remain disobedient? I yield. Please, this is a good question. I'd like some of you people to help me with answers to.
You know what's crazy? Okay, see, we all joined this movement, to support Peter Obi, and we believed in him, we believed in his dream, and we believed in what he was selling us, and we're tired of PDP APC. And this man now is now telling us, help me build a political home. Like, he's literally telling you, this is a man that was governor under Abga for 8 years and probably knew how better it would have been if he had people in the same party with him in several government key positions, or whether at the house, he was able to work successfully in Anambra without the legislator. But I know how different it would have been if the legislators were also in the same party, or he could reach out to the governor of a neighboring state. I don't know what state borders Anambra. Saddam.
Delta and Imo.
So yeah, imagine if both governors too were Abga in the same party, and they could rub minds and share ideas and say, you know what, this is this is we're trade where in the US, yes, states do it where I'm a trade partner with you, I'm next door to you. Let's come together and let's figure out how both our states can benefit from joint projects and things like that. And this man is telling us to build a political home for him. Like, I think Omar used to say it where to exert to implement political changes, you need a political home. We can't. I don't know why, and people are telling us, no, it's Franklin Wake, Frank, is this person, is that nonsense? Peter Obi has told us, and he keeps saying it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's one thing we can all agree on. In this game of politics, none of us can say we're better than him. I mean, N6, am I crazy for with
Facts,
that?
my brother. Facts.
None of us can
Facts.
say we have more
None
experience
of
in
us has run
government.
as vice president or won
Yes,
governorship. Let's be
none of
humble,
us can
brother.
say we have, even though we are all intellectuals and we're smart people and we have careers and we have field.
None
None
of
of
us
us
has
can
been a bank
say
chairman.
no of exactly. None of us can say, you know what, in this game of politics, or consensus building, we have more experience than him. None of us can even say, down to his own personal character, I dare say, can say we're better than him. And he's telling us, and Peter Obi has, there are two things he's asked from us: to take back our country, defend our votes. The third thing he's asking for us is, you know what, help me build this party, Labour Party top to bottom. And then that's when we now want to decide to put on our thinking cap. And
Otumba, on another thing I'll say here is that you see, most times, yeah, I understand. I try to understand everybody's point of view. I try to. That's why most times when I attack these APC guys, because I do not understand their point of view. I don't understand why you should do what you're doing. But when we're looking at this Enugu case right now, let's say a few weeks ago, I was sold out on Frank. Why? Because I did not know anything about the LP guy, even though he has been working offline. He has been doing a lot of hard work on the grassroots. So we can all agree that the man did not play well. I told him on the space last night, I said, sir, you failed by not coming on social media. And that's exactly why Peter had even people. If Peter had done 1% of the amount of PR Shea Makinde or Wike has been doing when Peter was governor, Tinubu will not even contest. Nobody will contest with him because all his facts will be out there in the public for people. Nobody that go and verify will not even be in slang because would have verified on time. So that's what I was expecting from this man. And as the man did not do that, it gave his opponents an opportunity to sell themselves online. And okay, I'm going to speak for someone like Madam Aisha, even if right now I'm not standing on the same side with her because I am LP all the way. But she has been with Frank since 2018. They have known themselves. They have done the red card movement stuff since 2018. She has spoken about Frank early this year, before she jumped on the ship with Peter. She have talked about his campaign. So when you see such people view, you know that they are not influenced by anything but by a relationship she has with this person. And I can understand that. And I can always say this. What I will not understand is that if she's not putting it upon us like we must, I'm not going to champion her. Don't come out and say, and don't say we should stop following, we should not vote for LP. If she's doing Frank, let her do her Frank. But I'm not going to call her out. But what I have a problem is if you that you're probably have collected money for Frank and you want to come out here and want to sell him and castigate the LP candidate, then you go fight. But let us be also as human beings understand that in this particular Frank, this Enugu issue right now, we cannot change every obedient to come to the side of LP. That is the truth. If we can all agree on that, it is not. This is not. It is not like I'm not. This is not a cult. Even if we know that we're in a cult, but this is not. This is a coded cult, yeah. But it's not an open cult. Now if we say everybody else going to say, they're not going to be saying by more. No, this particular issue is a one out of the box issue because we know that this man did not do his diligent job online. And before the people have jumped, so our job right now is to change the hearts of majority of LP people to understand that this LP is what we are following right now. But for those people that are pushing that ship of Frank, please, like Aisha, you don't need to go and start insulting Aisha. Aisha has been on Frank for years. Don't go and she's not going to come and change her mind today. Please allow that woman to be. She's doing her job for Peter and the movement. Do not go and insult that woman. Please, obedient. Please, allow her to do her own thing. We on our own, we are telling people it's LP all the way. Aisha cannot influence more than one voter as me, self, I go influence for here. As Otumba, you go influence for here. As all of us get one vote and one influence. We are standing on the path that it is LP all the way. Allow Aisha for her friendship to campaign for her friend that she has been with. And if it is, I'm not even going to call all these our influencers name right now, all of them. Whatever their
All the
business,
Christopher Columbuses.
whatever their business is with Frank is their business. Our job here is to make sure that their business does not work. That's our job on the platform. Please spare less time with those niggas and put more time in selling LP all the way. That man has been on this platform. He has spoken, and I heard a sound man. I don't know about you guys, but I heard a sound man, and I believe that sound man is good enough, and he will be here on the platform again today. And also, Abia State Governor Alex Oti will be joining us today also. So Oti will be here on the platform also. He's just going to come out. I told him that we cannot give him much time today, but he's probably going to come up here and just say hi to all of us, and we're going to have a scheduled space with him for Tuesday. And on Thursday, we have, by the grace of God, the PH, the next governor of Port Harcourt, the lady, Madam Beatrice. River State, yes, by Thursday. So we'll have a couple of them here. So please, guys, for Enugu own, allow people that are campaigning for this man to do. If you just, I love how many of you are, I just go on the thread, under the thread. I see Laura put, if they post, vote for Frank, obedience to go there and start, put LP top to bottom, LP top to bottom, Erdogan top. That is the way forward. Just go there and cast it, but don't insult them, please. Please. Please, thank you. October, I don't know. Let's open the space before people.
We can. I mean, me, I'm not opposed to insulting people. Me, I don't mind it though. But I mean,
no, don't insult ourselves.
You're allowed to. You're allowed.
Let's reserve our insult
small
for
dragging. No, I mean small respectful dragging. Let me put it that way.
Saddam, it's too late to me. I don't cuss out. Already.
You that bandit. You that bandit. Before I don't even know. If last time I could just seize your phone first. If last time I could do you. I beg, guys, please. let us spare this insult for
Yeah, I
Tinubu
just want to know
and
that
his
when
cartel.
I want to know
Please.
Okay,
where he said
moving
the
forward,
movement. I want to know when they
I
were
don't
sharing
go, I don't
photos.
go cause him, but I don't cause him already.
But
Jimmy,
moving forward, please. Moving forward, please.
Jimmy, I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
he created the movement. So I don't know when we collected the
No,
vote.
no, 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 no.
Ah,
No, that's not what he said. That's not. Please, let us be. Even while we are cooking, let us cook with. If we are cooking our people, let us cook with the right ingredients.
Saddam, he actually
Please.
corrected himself. He didn't
No, he
something.
has now. He has. He did. He made a tweet. He never said.
That's my Christopher Columbus reference.
No,
That's
he
it.
never said he created the obedient movement. He never said. What he said was
he
that.
is one of the pioneers.
Yeah, and that is true. Let us, when we give flowers, give ourselves flowers, give everybody flowers. All of us are pioneers. And remember on this platform, I always said, if you join obedient movement one day to elections, if on the day of
Sorry, who said they
elections,
created Obia movement? Sorry.
no,
No,
no, no,
I think you
that's what
don't hear
people
my gist.
insinuated.
My Christopher
Now
Sorry,
Columbus.
send
Jack,
me a DM, please.
No, it didn't. I
That
better not calm down. I
Christopher
make I mute
Columbus.
everybody first. Calm down. Which I'm say, please. And I know say on this platform I don't fry Jack so many times, but the one I will not stand is false accusation or false representation of what he did not say. Please. Jack is one of the pioneers of the, in fact, he's the founder, I think, of the Take Back Nigeria movement. Jack has made so many nonsense comments in the course of this movement. Jack has done so many things bad that we have roasted Jack on this platform. But if we are
I've
roasting
blocked
him,
him since.
let us roast him on facts, please. Let's not roast him on insinuation,
And
on what
propaganda
he
is allowed, man.
no propaganda against your enemy, against your opponent. Now, not against us now. Which guy cultism is the guy
No,
now?
don't worry. Me,
This
I just
one,
wanted
now.
to know. Don't
This
worry.
one,
I don't need any more
Saddam,
facts than
let me
that.
see. No, Saddam,
which
let me
I
guy?
just
see.
wanted to know who
Oh,
said
I
it.
beg.
oh,
No,
Saddam,
Otuma,
hold
please.
on,
Otuma,
Saddam.
wait. Otuma, wait. Let me say.
Treason is a capital crime. And to me, treason is when you say with the court, you can't go to say, na that other person. Baba, you go collect.
Otumba, a few weeks ago, say the truth and shame the devil. A few weeks ago, were you on the Frank Wiki train or not?
No, I didn't care until Peter Obi came and said,
So you
LP.
see,
No,
all
two
of us
things.
now,
No, 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 no,
but
no.
you now, you have come out
No, but Saddam, that's emotional intelligence now. So okay,
Otumba,
hold
that
on.
is not what everybody does not. When we say emotional intelligence, you act like
True,
everybody possesses that. It is not. It's
true,
a rare gift. Many
true.
people don't have it. Let's say the truth. Many people, when we say emotional
Or
intelligence, we
the
can.
ability to read the room. See, you know when I read the room was when I saw the election. When I saw the results of the election, I think the first one that shocked me was Banky W. And N6 summarizes. N6 said we spent the last 8 months drumming Mama Papa picking into people's head. How then do we? And on February 25, they showed us that selling of Mama Papa Pekin worked because people were literally voting. Anywhere they saw the logo, it was thumb printing. There was no, it was auto. Basically, man, put it here. So then it made sense to us. Like, wait a minute. I remember Estes used to say this. He used to say, "How do you spend 8 months selling a logo to people, and then after a week, you want to change it and say, you know what? Don't vote for Mama Pekin anymore. Go and vote for some chicken
Otumba, I want to ask
or."
you a question.
Cow and chicken, boots, rain
Have you ever
boots,
gone
all
under any of those that trends? Have you ever gone under any of those vote from wicked trends?
Oh yeah, and it's LP under
So
himself.
that is exactly so. If you can understand that when you make a tweet and say vote for Frank, and under that tweet you have 200 comments, and under 200 comments, 195 are telling you LP. It shows your comments are not your views are not popular. You are not on the popular side of this movement. That is the truth. So why me should I stress myself with you when I already know that the people that they see most times we underestimate the intelligence of the obedient movement, and sometimes it baffles me. We are a bunch of freaking intelligent people that know what is right from wrong. The only reason why Edoga was not selling online is because he did not have any social media footprint. The day I saw what this man was doing online, man, I took off my clothes. I said, I will fight for this man. I don't know him.
Yeah, I think when we saw the pictures, yeah, I remember when we saw
The
how,
videos.
yes, videos and pictures of how he basically established Labour Party in Enugu. I was like, wow,
Do you understand?
made it popular. No, not campaign offices. Let me
And
say,
let's confess something. The only thing that Frank Weke Jr. had on us was he did one video and
And
said, even
English.
though I'm in Abga, me and my family
and
are
it's
serious.
English. It's
There
English.
is
The problem.
finish. There is no political antecedents to the man. He has not done anything of repute. Even in this season, I must tell you that Edoga has done more. And if you Google and search, I've checked.
Yes,
Frank
now.
Weke is just running on PDP social currency. and former Minister Social Currency, Edoga on record has done more. And let's not even cap this Enugu issue. As far as I'm concerned, it is ended because the person you're supporting has gone and told you this. So, okay, you still want to argue it again? That's my question. So you still want, okay, argue it with me now. Say Peter, don't go follow the man waka. Oh yeah, now yeah, sell your frank. Look, Baba, like I said, we have already entered the stage of brand hypnosis. They removed LP from the logo, put the logo in black and white on all the ballot boxes. We have spent 8 months pushing Mama, Papa, Pikin. By all means, sell whoever you want to sell. By all means. But on the day, me, I know say people go there, that boots or this, or that cow and chicken, or that chicken and staff, or that squirrel. By the time they get there, they go just look when their brain tired, they go just press Mama, Papa, Pikin. So good luck to you. Good luck to you.
I beg, let's open the space for people to, because we have few time before our this thing start, our guests are coming, our people talk before our guests will come in. But guys, you're welcome to the Vawulence space. Person say Bolabo, that Tinubu is not it can never be my president. I beg. Let us open the space or two. I don't know if you're gonna do that or let me.
I beg this week, Mona, they help me. They fire PDAPC handles that we want to see them. They should bring their candidates for us on spaces.
Is it
They
possible?
should bring their candidates on spaces.
Let Tinubu go to Rivers State. Tell Rivers people that voted you that you want Rivers State are saying, come and show us our certificate we gave you. Come to Rivers State. They are begging Tinubu. That's the latest news. Please come to Rivers State.
Especially the 80,000 people in Obiakpo. Especially the 80,000 in Obiakpo.
I swear, if I was Tinubu, Obiakpo is the first place I'll go to come and show you people that I got 80,000 votes in Rivers.
God bless you.
I'll show my certificate. Like, oh, come on. Look at this. Heroes to the
but I've been doing party in Obiakpo for the past 2 weeks now. Party every day. They celebrate. You know they watch the videos. They celebrate every day for Obiakpo, Tinubu boys. They celebrate every day, 80K boys. Tinubu, they are waiting for you, sir. Please, you have to go there next week. Please, and show them your certificate of return. Thank you. And with that, you open the space. Otumba, I don't know who's going to go there. I don't know who came up here. You brought us speaker.
I think start with Dr. Olu. I don't know if Jimmy wants to go, but let's go Dr. Olu.
Yeah, let's do Dr. Olu first.
Marianne Nwatu. Then we'll go to, I'm going to go make female. We'll go to my brother Max. Then we'll come down to Omas Therapy. And we'll go from there. Then we'll go to Tanko. Then let me see, Tammy. We'll just keep rolling around. Mag, I see you, Jimmy. If you guys are floor members. If you want to Civic also. So let's start with that. Dr. Olu, how are you doing this morning?
Hello, boss, everybody. All protocol duly observed. Well, Sirdam, I'm sorry, I may have to defer one of your point anyway. As in, you have your belief and I respect your opinion, but I cannot stand somebody trying to feel entitlement or that kind of egoistic nature, and has been consistently with that. Somebody that believed that Kaduna governor is one of the best governors in Nigeria. Somebody that tweeted February 25 that this is the best election in the history of Nigeria. That kind of person, I can't give that person breathing space on Twitter space. I cannot. I'm sorry. Now, back to the point of INEC judiciary failure. The point here is this. I keep on saying this. It's like the reputation of Supreme Court is on the line. Imagine you going to UCH or you're going to LUT or going to OUTAC, and there is already kind of bias towards the medical doctors there that are. If you go there for operation, the tendency that you are going to die is almost 90%. How do you think ideally, how do you think the community and the medical team will feel? Automatically, they have already put their reputation online. Supreme Court right now, irrespective of whatever decision they are going to make, there is what we call moral justice. And that is where the obedient movement comes in. And that is when I'm so happy that we are consistent with our belief that Peter Obi won. And there is more than 1,000 evidences that have shown that Amoda was a crook candidate and was stolen, to the extent that Wike have to admit indirectly that they rig election for this man. So I believe the decision of Supreme Court now is not about what is right or what is wrong. It's about trying to protect the institution that they think is at the highest sacred order in the history of Nigeria. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that they will not make this country into anarchy. I can assure you that the reason why there have not been any kind of rancor all around is because of one man. Peter Obi came out, told us that, guy, calm down. Don't do this, don't do this. And people do what? People obey him. And that is a message to let us know that he's actually the president-elect. Since this man, what is his name? Tinubu, or I don't want to call him Tinubu, Amoda became president-elect by INEC. He has never for once had granted an interview any longer. For the past 1 week now, I have not seen a situation whereby Amoda talk to people, relate with us. And this is the kind of government that he, which I'm rebuking against, is likely to practice. Hide and seek. Atiku is also in the same bracket. Now that Peter Obi is going from one state to another, from Enugu state to Abia state to Delta state to Benin to Edo state to this campaigning for his people, campaigning for this the governorship candidate and House of Rep. Where is Atiku? Most likely, Atiku is already working on his passport to return back to Dubai. Most likely. So these are the points that people don't understand about obedient movement. And the reason why many of us indirectly referred Peter Obi as a God sent. Because that is what makes you a leader. And that is the point I want my people here, people that thinking that they have influence. Fine. We need to call them to order. Because let me tell you, Sirdam, and anybody here, is because one, this is the process where Deja Vu, Deji, Sega Link, all these catfish, this is how they started. They started feeling soda padded. The main work, or let me tell you, the main, what we call the main so-called influence that you can think you have is on the grassroots. People tweeting on spaces, out of about 1 million obedient, these guys cannot influence up to 50,000 people. But trying to discredit a party that many of us struggle to build, irrespective of how you want to look at it, Jack was one of the most important people from Take Back Nigeria, Anambra First Son, and Jude. I need to mention name. I'm sorry, Emma. I'm sorry, but I need to just mention their name.
Bro, Vawulence, please go ahead.
So
Own your
they are the
own your
one.
social media.
Because let me tell you, I am from Osun State, and it took me a lot of courage to convince people, whether we see the result or not, to convince people that this is not a regional party. And that is why I'm praying and I'm putting all my best, both my human resources, into Lagos State. Because winning the Lagos State alone, number one, is going to demystify whatever intention people are saying about being a regional party. It's going to pave way for the Southwest. Because I want Labour Party to actually erode into this Osun State, Oyo State, and Ekiti State. But how will I be an obedient coming to a future space, campaigning for Lagos, and I get to an Enugu and I say I vote for Abga? That means I'm a confused human being. That is just the message. And people have forgot to understand that Labour Party is a party that we want to build. That message is not resonating in some of these catfish. This is a party that we need to build to be at the same compete with this so-called establishment. When Akin what is it? Sheikh Okebaloye was having his politics yesterday, talking about the how many minutes do I have? October.
A minute more. Go ahead.
Okay. When October when Sheikh Okebaloye was talking about the party in the state, anytime he mentioned Labour Party, I can see some element of surprise that Labour Party has 34. That kind of there is some surprise within him because nobody expects that we can actually pull this strange. So in a nutshell, if we are on this platform, we need to continue to call those people that want to derail the movement. Many of us have the ability to withstand some of these shenanigans from these guys. And we need to ensure that in as much as possible, whatever they want to propagate, whatever propaganda they want to spread against Chidi Dioga. I never knew that guy, but from this violence space, I was able to engage him. We need to debunk it. Well, we need to make them know that they are not relevant. You are relevant because of obedience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Stein, Dr. Olu. Thank you so much. Marianne, what are you doing? Marianne, are you there?
Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm actually a little bit busy. Like, can you move to the next speaker? Come on, please.
Okay, thank you. We'll go to who did I call? My brain. I think.
Otuba, hold on 1 minute. Let me just make mention of this real quick. I mean, Dr. Lu made mention of something I think I need to call people's attention to. In as much as these guys want to support, other candidates, I have no problem with that. Okay, but the thing is, it says otherwise of them disobeying a direct order. They can actually support these people, in a way that they can do that secretly. Okay, but they're doing it openly, and to other parties, people watching, they're not even united, and this is coming from some of the liners of the movement. So it's a matter of we having contradictions between frontliners. You have people saying Obi a Labour Party all the way, and Obi himself, right, stated the names of these guys, but you're coming out
My
to
brother
say
Jimmy,
otherwise.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
please. I
yeah.
want to say this real quick here. Please, there's a
Go on,
reason why
go on.
on the violence space we stick to topic. If we open space and want to discuss influencers, what influencers say, we'll have that topic as influencers say. Please, we have a topic. I wanted to shut down Dr. Luba and say, let us allow it go. Let's not be like, say, please, we have a topic that is very, 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 very important. More important than any influencer telling anybody to come and vote this or vote that. Please. So going forward, please, guys, if you're on the platform, let us stick to topic. We have a guest in the next few minutes. With us, please. So let us have like this digressing. You can, in the midst of your submission, digress, but please let our submission be on topic. I beg.
Saddam, have you noticed that it's only Peter Obi that is going around pushing the candidates of his party in the gubernatorial? As Tinubu won election like this, to your Tenso Israel, every other governor, you're on your own. You have not seen him going around the 36 states of the federation, I believe 30 something states running elections this season, telling his crowd that, hello guys, all of you, the 8 million of you that voted for me. Because remember, he has to now share this 8 million by 30 something, with maybe the majority going into Lagos. But you're not seeing any of that. You're not seeing Atiku with Jandor going around canvassing. Things are happening, no. Things are
I was going
happening.
to mention. I was
Okay.
going to mention that after my submission, but yeah. As Saddam has said. Anyway, let's move forward. I heard what you said, but I mean, you see, this obese movement thing is different because look at the way they showed him love today in Edo State, and we've been talking about who will win this election on a landslide, on a line, but guess what? We did. We actually did. It was so mad. We won so much that they thought we actually rigged the election. That was how bad it was. They kept saying they rigged, they rigged, they rigged. That's an obvious, landslide. We won on the land because look, if you want to rig an election, it takes a lot of planning, and I can bet you there is no space, no obedient space that had any topic or a get together of people planning on how they will rig election. It never happened. So people coming saying Labour Party rigged, and they're coming up with different kind of videos of women, Igbo women tom printing. They're showing them how to on a specimen sample ballot paper. So see, we've won this case only if the judicial system works. Regardless what we think about the judicial system, we still need to go through it. We can't say because they failed in the past, we're not going to go through it and we'll just, jump into chaos. Nah, that's not going to happen. So as Saddam said, and as Obi has said, guys, let's be patient. Obi knows what he's doing. He be customer dada for they know him for court. He now customer dada. He knows what he's doing. And for the kind of person he is, NC said something earlier on. NC said he could tell if he said something within 24 hours, the country will turn upside down. 24 hours? Are you kidding me? Within 5 minutes, if that guy says something right now, the whole country will turn upside down. I'm telling you, because people are bottled up in anger. Presidential election way past now. How many people don't congratulate president-elect? And the people that actually did, they've been deleting. Can you imagine that embarrassment? They were actually deleting their tweets just because of what they later on heard about what happened in Nigeria. See, witness go yapa. Financial Times, they are one of those witnesses because they saw people, armed men, running away with ballot box. Look, the case is done on arrival. Done, not dead. Done on arrival. Let me yield back for someone else to speak, I beg. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jimmy. I think we'll go to Omar's therapy.
Hello, good evening. Saddam, good evening. Cecil, Otimba, good evening. Thank you for the amazing work you're doing. I just woke up this morning. I was just angry. That judiciary, it's nothing to write home about, okay? Sometimes there's a little bit of fear. Are they going to do the right thing or not? And I know that we want to do things that within the legal means, and we don't want to bring chaos. So protest on the streets is out of it. But I know we have the elections coming for the governorship on Saturday, and we should focus on that now. But after the governorship elections, I think we can't. I've been just reading all day about how can we run a protest on social media, since we cannot, be on the streets because they would send their talks to do things that, and then they'll say it was obedient movement that did it, just like how they, did the NSAS and all of that. Can we run a social media protest that's after the governorship election, and our attention, it's on the judiciary, sort of to put pressure on them to make them do the right thing? But we did end this slash the hashtag and NSAS and police brutality on social media. So since we can't be on the streets physically, can we drive a social media protest? Can we run a social media campaign? We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're everywhere, any social media platform that we can use. But this will be like after the governorship elections, where we just start to push the judiciary just to, get the world to focus on our judiciary, and also to send a strong message that we are, on them, and to also, put them off balance and all of that, and get them to do the right thing. I don't know, but I just thinking we people are angry and they want to go on the streets. But if we can't go on the streets, can't we just do something? At least just do a social media protest or something, while we're still watching the media and hoping that they will do the right thing.
Thank you. Max, my brother, how you doing?
Otumba, I'm very well, thank you. MS Adam, N6. Otumba, I'll probably just hang on until our guest comes up, because I actually wanted to correct an impression when Saddam was speaking about what the jackass of a guy did. But since he has queried that we shouldn't deliberate on that matter, I'll probably take his hints and hang on until our guest comes up. But everybody knows, I think everyone who knows me know that I've been shouting for the longest about how stupid and foolish the young man is, but I'm not going to go there today. I'll leave it because Saddam has said that we shouldn't turn this space to what it is. But I'm just going to advise Saddam. Saddam, this is violence based. People come with anger, with hotness. And if you know that you don't want us to debate about an issue, I'd advise that you yourself do not bring up that issue. Because what you've done essentially is bring up an issue, and that some of us are now ready to talk about
Max,
it.
I
And
did not bring up that issue. I did not. Please don't.
when I came up, I heard you
Otumba, no,
talking.
no, 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 Max, no, don't do that. Don't, please, don't, please, 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 don't, please. I
You
did
don't
not
know
bring
what
up.
I'm going to say. This is the
No,
thing,
no,
though.
no, Max, please,
What do you
please,
think I
no.
was going to do? You said don't
I
do
did
that.
no. You already said I brought up that issue. I am very, very big on topic on this platform. I am
So
very, very big. I made my submissions and I did my submissions and I spoke on topic. I
okay,
did
so
not bring up
so
that.
so
And
so here's the
please,
thing. When I
Max,
came,
please, please, wait, please, please. I have to mute you for that, please. I am very big on topic. There's a reason why. I'm not going to come here and be deliberating about people that do not matter in the scheme of affairs. We have an election that we are about to put. Otumba, I sent something on WhatsApp. Please check it out, please. There's a reason why we are discussing this. I'm not going to turn this when we want to have a discussion on dragging people. You don't drag people here past me. Now my job be that. That's what I do. That is what we do on this platform. But we have a topic here, please. It is simple. We have a guest coming up. We can choose to spend the remaining day dragging people that will not affect the effect of the elections, or we can choose to talk on issues that will affect the outcome of our elections. You choose what you want to do. But on the platform today, we are choosing to discuss on INEC and judiciary failures. It is up there. And people can digress. I said it even in my last submission. I told Jimmy, I said, you can digress, but it shouldn't be all about that. So don't come out here and say I brought this. I did not do that. Please don't say what I did not do. I beg. Thank
Yeah,
you.
in fairness, it was me. It was I was when I brought up Christopher Columbus. It
so
was
Otumba,
me.
yeah, so this is the thing,
But
though. When I
I
came,
get it. But the thing is, while I understand. I get it. But Max, go ahead.
yeah, so this is the thing, though. When I came in and I was hearing Saddam talking about it, so I wouldn't know if he's the one that started it. So in fairness to him, and I concede that point, if he said that he wasn't the one that brought it. But and I'd advise, as host and co-host, if you don't want us to discuss the topic, I'd advise that you don't bring it up, so that people will not be tempted to move that way. But that said, I'll take your hints. I'm not going to discuss that because, I do agree with you that that's not really important in the scheme of things. We have an election on coming up in a couple of days. There are lots of grassroots work to be done, so I would rather spend my time talking about the grassroots efforts and things that we have to do to support Peter Obi in terms of the his matter in at the Court of Appeal and the Election Petition Tribunal. So that said, I'll just let other people speak and then hopefully just wait until the guest comes. Thank you.
Hold on, Sir Max. I mean, as a legal practitioner, I was actually looking towards your submission. I want to know what happens now that they've given INEC the order, right, to allow parties to have access to these electoral materials, but they refused. They went ahead with the configuration. What do you think happens after? Do they go to court again, or what happens in this case, please?
Well, I try not to comment on issues that are before the courts, and another reason is because that I try to abstain from these issues is because the Nigerian judiciary is one judiciary that, when issues come before it, you cannot speak with certainty about the outcomes. For instance, I can sit down here, and if a matter is before the House of Lords, I can give you what would be the likely outcome. If a matter is before the U.S. Supreme Court, I can tell you with certainty with some degree of certainty that this matter is going to go this way and that way. And I can tell you the judges, like when the issue about when Roe v. Wade was relitigated, I was able to predict with certainty the justices that would overturn that decision. And I was able to say that that decision will be taken, it will be thrown back to the states to decide. And I was able to point at least 3 or 4 justices that I felt would go this way. And I was able to look at the other justices that I felt would not overturn the decision. And when the decision came out, I was to 90%, if not 100% correct. So that is where you could predict with certainty. But the Nigerian judiciary sometimes is difficult to predict. And I say this with no sense of pride. I say this, I cover myself, my face, and my nose, especially when I say these things, especially as a lawyer. It's shameful. But if you look at the decision that came out just a few days ago, where a court is giving a judgment that INEC has the discretion to upload result at polling units, the last decision that came is shameful because the Electoral Act is clear, and even the INEC guidelines, it
Max,
is
Max,
clear.
please, I want to ask a question.
Yeah,
In,
go ahead.
in a case whereby people a judgment has been granted, like the last one right now, and no vex, I mean, if you can mute, bro.
Okay.
If and judgment has been granted, and the court order is not being followed, what is the next course of action?
So there's first of all, we need to. I was going to this point because it's almost the same thing that Jimmy asked. It's contempt of court, and there's a process when the court is in contempt. But in this, with regards to this particular act, where INEC has been served the order, and the INEC has refused to comply with the order, I think the Electoral Act even has a provision for that, and so Peter Obi and his lawyers, they have to return back to the court and report, because what INEC essentially is doing is contempt to the courts, disobeying, not following the court order. There's a provision for that. I'm not sure about the exact section of the Electoral Act, but what happens is the court will treat the officer who the order is directed to as being in contempt, and I think he's liable for a fine and if possibly maybe conviction, depending on the discretion of the court. So clearly, what has happened is contempt of courts. But again, this is the reason why when I started talking, I was talking about the uncertainty in the Nigerian judiciary. Again, we don't know how the court will want to treat it. We don't know what the court will want to do. It's shameful. As a lawyer, I can't even say with certainty what will happen. But basically, what has happened is that INEC is in contempt, and the officer to which the order is directed to would now face the wrath of the court. So the Labour Party lawyers will now have to go to the courts and then report back that the order that the court has given has not been followed, and then the officer in charge will now be, the court will now reprimand the officer in charge. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, bro. I just wanted to get context because man, this one I don't even know. I'm just God. Well, let's move on. Tell me.
Tammy.
Okay.
Hi everybody. Good evening. Trust you're all doing well. Um, I remember sometime last year in July when we're having, I don't know, maybe it was Violence Space. I don't even, I think it was Violence Space. And I remember coming up and saying that for me, all the work we're doing, like I don't even have a problem. I don't think we have a problem of reach, or if we're going to ever, get to the point where we've probably sanitized the whole country. And I mean, the Peter Obi message is all over, right? I said it that our problem was INEC. I remember that I was one of the first persons that said our problem was INEC. What happened? No, people shut me down. No, it's not yet time to talk about INEC. Saddam, let's give them time. Don't worry, let's give them time. They will prove themselves to all. Okay. We moved. August, people were having issues with PVCs. They were, September, October, November, December, finally, Saddam decided that, okay, it was now time to come heavy on INEC after several months. I also remember, and Saddam, you know that me and you now, we are bros. I'm not even trying to, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to build up something. I also remember when,
It's understandable. Mahmoud as well at the time was making lofty promises on public record. So
wait
I
now,
can't blame you and you can't blame Saddam. So continue,
my
please.
sister Saddam, let's continue. So, I also remember that I also remember, I stopped coming.
You go to remember from there, you go jail. You will remember to jail. You will remember. I only remember now your jail door.
They should try remember our topic too.
Jail,
Should
now
they
jail.
follow the
I
topic?
remember. I don't remember. And not just because today na your birthday, I just I go allow you to speak. Just because today is your birthday. You know what people know? I will tell them. Today is this boy's birthday. But it's a guy, yo. It's a guy. Make I go to say now woman they talk.
I'm actually on topic. We are talking about INEC and judiciary failure. So I am on
Yes,
topic.
I know, my brother. Calm
Uh-huh.
down, please.
I
Keep
remember. I
quiet, my
remember.
sister.
I,
Keep
I
We
quiet, my
remember.
remember.
sister.
I
Don't
don't
worry.
remember
Sister
it. I don't remember
Saddam,
it.
shut up, shut up, shut up.
Wait. I have to drop you now because our guests have come. Before you remember,
We just remembered our guest too.
I just remember our guest is here. I remember our guest. Today is your birthday. I'll continue.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I also remember people shouting, Buhari is the greatest, is the number one obedient. And I used to yimu where I was. It's in Yoruba. I am one person that I see Nigeria and our leaders as a totally failed state. I'm not even trying to. I'm not trying to. If someone offers me 100 million naira right now or 200 million and says take 200 million or leave Nigeria, I would act. It's so bad that I would pick leaving Nigeria because I don't believe in Nigeria. The only hope that I had was in Peter Obi, and it's still in Peter Obi. And everything you guys were saying then, hailing Buhari, oh, he has done that, oh, he has done that. I was just looking at you people that, is it the same Buhari or it's another Buhari you guys are talking about? Now we've gotten to the point where the judiciary is now in play, and we are making the same mistake of actually trusting or believing that these people will actually do the right thing. See, in my mind, the judiciary is not going to do the right thing. The only, like I said a few weeks ago that I personally believe that our movement is not natural. The obedient movement is not natural. So for me, the belief that I have that Peter Obi is going to take back his mandate is not based on the efficiency of the judiciary. It's actually based on the fact that, when you just know something, that's how I feel. I didn't have a dream. I immediately it happened. Immediately I just knew. I said, this guy is going to get back our mandates. So I totally hate the fact that we are even trying to think that these people will act in our, like, okay, so I was talking to my dad yesterday and I was like, Dad, because obviously he voted for Peter Obi and all of that. I was like, Daddy, what do you think? And he was like, I don't know how true it is. I tried to Google, but I didn't get the results. He was like, there's nowhere in the world where an election has been overturned that they can. It has been over. Maybe when I checked on Google, I noticed that in Austria and one other place, they had to call for a re-election. Now, I didn't go in depth, but what I saw was
I mean, you mean presidential election, right? Not
presidential election.
okay.
Yes. So that's what he was saying, that there's no way. And so these old men now, once they try their best, if he has given up, like he's like, maybe. I had to tell him that I was trying to make, and he was like, for you guys to get, for us to get 6 million, whatever votes we are. But I was like, Daddy, we will get this thing back. That was just my, we will get it back. And I had to make him understand that I hope you know that the 6 million vote is actually not our vote. We were first. PDP was second. And I believe APC was distant third. So the judiciary, in my opinion, I have no belief. I am not shocked at what they are doing. I
Sorry,
have no.
Temi,
Mhm.
Temi, check Kenya and
Yes,
Malawi
I saw Kenya.
2017 and 2020. Yeah,
I saw
they
Kenya
they turned it around. Yeah,
2017, right? I
17.
saw
Yeah,
Kenya.
and Malawi 2020, it was turned
Okay, I
over.
didn't see Malawi. I saw Kenya. So I, like I said, this leeway we are giving them, and maybe they will, maybe me, if I could, I mean, I would straight go to the next option, straight up, because I already know they are going to fail. I know
Hold on.
that they are
Oh,
not going
tell
to,
me,
straight up.
let me tell you something you might not know. And this is literally an answer for what you're saying. We are very powerful people in this movement. Minus what Peter Obi says, the fact that on this space alone there are more than 1,000 people also puts us under certain responsibilities. There's some information we also hear as the top in violence space that we can't just bring and throw out here. You understand? We know we have heard some things about Buhari, but you don't expect us to come here and start bashing Buhari. You understand? And this is also politics. So don't take everything at face value too. Our competition are here. So we'll come here now and bash Buhari, bash Buhari, bash Buhari. We would come here and say Buhari is obedient. Buhari intends to give us a good election. And with that, you then have a plan, especially when you've heard Buhari and the APC intend to rig the election. Do you then come here and bond? Okay, now Peter Obi has called for calm. You seem like a more gingered type of obedient. Do we come here on this space and then call for protest? We are powerful enough to start a rumble going on. So there's also responsibility with the power we have. In the words of Pirelli
N6.
tires, power is nothing without control. So I understand your sentiment, I understand your energy, I get where you're coming from, but please, like we also encourage, you see these spaces of a thing, I swear, it's free for everybody. You can open your space, have a more militant type of obedient movement. We will come there, supporting your kamikaze department. You understand where I'm coming from? And it will be all love. But we here have to keep a balance. We have to balance people like you with people like the Dr. Olus, with more decent crowd. We have people like Jeffrey Gutterman, who is a foreigner. We won't come here and just go and just do everything like that. So everybody knows Ahab. Ahab's antecedents are well known from military till today. Nobody said Ahab is an epitome of democracy. Nobody said, oh, we are trusting Ahab. Nobody ever said Ahab was obedient. Ahab last in true Ahab fashion showed us his ballot paper. He did not thumbprint for Labour Party. So I don't think today is a day for I told you so's. Today is more of a topic.
N6.
And I need you, let me just end this here. Please understand, we have guests, they are on the floor, they are listening. So let's try and make this discussion a bit more welcoming for the kind of energy they are about to bring. God bless you, and I hope you understand what I'm saying, and I spoke respectfully. Continue. You have 30
S is
seconds to
Antemi.
finish your
S is
submission.
Antemi. S is say me also. I want to say this. See, the thing about INEC is no one believes INEC was competent, but we kept saying it on spaces because if you're telling people that want to go out and vote that man don't even waste your time partaking in this process, then nobody will come out to vote. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we could
yeah.
end up
Some of the things,
encouraging apathy.
yeah, some of the things, like so. But there's something Saddam has even sent to me right now that we can't say on the space. We cannot because not because we buy or believe in the system, but there's a it's part of being emotionally intelligent also, where you have to find a way to read the room and not we don't want to sell fear and doomsday because then people will have sat at home. If I told people, man, hey man, there's a probability INEC will not upload the previous result. Do you think people will have gone out to vote? No. So we
Okay,
have
tell
to
me,
keep
we had
yeah.
security reports that the election was going to be violent. We had security reports. If we had come here every day and drummed on the violence and the plans of the APC and the little pockets of gatherings, we have received information that they are gathering this, that. You for come out, come vote. You for come out, come vote that day. you for come out, come vote. So we will be here and telling you, come out to vote. There will be things like this. The police is there. The police has promised. This one, is that not what you would say? Do you understand me? So please understand the balance. It's politics, but there's also a very volatile nation at the precipice of issue of chaos and anarchy. And all of these things must be navigated properly. Please, I beg you. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You have your 30 seconds.
Okay. I don't remember trying to call for people. I was talking on a personal basis and I was saying what I felt about the entire thing. So I don't understand. I don't think I hold the power to tell people to do whatever and all. Like I said, I don't trust them. Um, I just believe, I just know that at the end of the day, whatever they will do, he will still reclaim his mandate. And lastly, on I think we should allow people to be in the obedient movement. I really think we should. I really think we should. People have put in work. People were there before some of us joined. And I think we should just let them be. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for your submission. God bless you. Yes, we would let them be. Day two, like we have said, the space button is free. They are also free to open their space button. Till today, I've not seen Trude do space with Frank Weke Jr. You know, you'll be thinking that Aisha will be doing space with these people. So me too, I'm confused. Like I said, it go pain me if they know they cash out all this thing where then they do. LP all the way. We are here. We are doing what we do for this movement. Like I repeat, the space, open space button is free. Elon gave it to everybody. Push your own side of the movement. We'll push our own side. You can support your cock and chicken. You can support your rain boots, support your condom, raincoat, anything that is the emblem of your political party. Push it. We
Yes,
love
it's
you all.
condom
We
party
meet at
day.
the polls.
Condom party day.
Baba, you never see some kind logos. You never see logo. Logo yampia now. So vote for any free, but we stand by labor all the way. Mama, Papa, Pikin, may you know hard. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, N6. Thank you. Otumba, happy birthday, my guy. Tell me, thank you for
Happy birthday,
everything.
Temi.
Yeah, today is his
So now
birthday.
give her a banger now. Tell me is the day one.
No,
Yeah.
it's for her church. For her church, they play birthday song.
Oh, not be Paul be a pastor.
That one a Church of Scientology.
No, we'll celebrate at the end. We have Honorable Chijoke here, and we have to. I don't know how we're going to do this. I think we have to bring in a co-host from Enugu. I don't know how we're going to do this stuff right now.
Yes, let's do it. I'm volunteering to drop. I'll
Okay,
volunteer to
please
step
just
down.
join us at
Let's
the
bring a
speakers.
co-host.
Let's get a
Yeah,
co-host on the Enugu
let's
so
let's
they
get a
bring.
co-host because
Let's
and
bring
my
their
Enugu
people.
people, please request this space is for Enugu people. Please,
Yeah.
if you're not from Enugu, honestly, at this point, there's no some questions. Except, I think we'll also put your comments in the section, and please, it's also not just questions. So ask for how we can help his campaign too. So please, it's not just about grilling and grilling. We need to also
Also,
help
yes, I
both
wanted to
ways.
add
Yes.
this. With all due respect, these are Labour Party candidates. These are brave people who believed in this movement as early as many of you. Table your questions in a manner that if they even fall short, they can also learn from you as much as you can learn from them. It is not a fight. It is not a war. They are not the reason Enugu is upside down or Nigeria is the way it is today. So please let your questions come with respect and also be able to ask your questions in a way that they can answer the question the way you want it answered. All right. Some of you have certain questions, but you ask it in such a way that it comes off as agitational or whatever. Please, let's all be respectful on the space today. I love you all and let's have a great session. God bless you.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you very
Saddam,
much.
real quick, please, can you have everybody retweet this space right now so we can get a lot of people here because some people want to be reminded when it comes on. So please, let's retweet and retweet and retweet.
Thank you very much, my brother Big Mac. Thank you for that. Guys, please share the space, retweet the space. The next governor from Enugu is here on the platform with us. If you missed Thursday, you're welcome here today. He's here with us. Barrister Chijoke Edoga is here. Sir, if you can hear me, can you? Oh, I think he's dropped, so he's going to come back. Please request the mic. Request the mic, sir.
Let me drop as well so you can bring up Enugu people. I'll be back later on.
All right, please. Thank you, my brother. So, guys, guys on the
Yeah,
platform, please.
Saddam, I think you can drop me as well too. I wanted to talk about Nasara, but we'll do that
Yeah,
later.
we'll do
Yeah,
that.
drop.
I think his time with us here
Yeah.
will not be that long. We will spend a few hours with him. After the space, we'll have reaction. So please, all of us are on speakers. Please, no
All right.
offense. We have to drop everybody. We're going to see come back up. You know, as we've done for the violence space now. Let's just have the space for our Enugu people. Let us discuss these issues. A whole lot of stuff we want to ask. If you want to comment, you can join us in the comment section. But please, you guys know it's our platform. We're always going to come back here for these discussions. Please, 042, strictly 042. Let us have an 042 show today. 042, hit me up in the comment sections. Let's have your questions. Let's have your submissions. What you want to say to the man. He's here. He's going to engage you guys. He's going to have the interactive section with you guys. So please, feel no offended if I drop you guys. I'm sorry, but that's what we have to do for the next few hours. Thank you very much. All right, NC, I don't
Saddam,
know if you can see
Saddam.
me.
Yeah, sorry, I'm about to drop, so I would like you to ask him when he comes if he too has started the process to get a court order to allow INEC to mandate INEC to transmit results from the polling unit. I think that question is too important for all the candidates.
All right. Please, my brother, just put on for writing a beg. You know, say as this place begin hot now, my head I feel just go off the cliff. I might even forget to.
No, I'll send out for them. No,
Yeah, send to me DMs. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Before, who's that?
Yeah, I mean, it's Gaboni. I have a question for Mr. Ejeja, for Pastor Ejeja. Please just keep it
You're not from Enugu now. This is Enugu space now, my brother. And please, you can keep your comments. Let you ask him later. I beg. And please, let's have Enugu people. Let Enugu people do the talking and the questioning for now, please. It is open for all obedience, but right now, let us take Enugu people first. Please, it's going to be open for every other obedient. You can always come back and ask your questions. But let me bring him up. He's back on the platform. So we'll be dropping all the speakers right now, and let's just have our guest for now. So please, if you're from Enugu, please, guys, please, if you're not from Enugu, I will beg of you to please do not request the mic for now. If you're not from Enugu, please do not request the mic for now. We have close to 50 requests right now. So let us try and make sure that we take up speakers from Enugu. General Snow, I've sent you the co-host mic. I think you're from Enugu. So General Snow, if you can request the co-host mic, please do so right now. Let us start up the space. Well, okay, sorry, please. Let me bring in this. Okay. Mbadike, I've sent you the co-host mic. Please, can you check? Mbadike, can you check, please? All right, if Mr. Chidoke, if you can hear me, please, you can unmute your mic and speak. Can you just unmute your mic and say hi?
Hi, Chidoke is here.
All right, good evening, sir. How are you doing today, sir?
Very fine, thank you.
Okay, our principal was with you yesterday.
Yes, it was great. It was good. Well received outing. It was great.
If you could give us a little bit feedback of how many places you guys taught together, how it went.
Yeah,
Let's warm up the room
I
while
can
we
hear you
invite
now.
other people. Please.
Okay.
All right, Mbadike, please, you can mute.
Are you there?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
She
Go on,
came
please.
in about 9:30, 10, and then had a stopover somewhere on the express road, Federal Express, and we met up with him, myself, and the Labour Party governorship candidate for Abia, Alex Oti. The HE was accompanied by Barrister Abure, the national chairman of the party, and then a few other persons. Senator Victor Ume, the senator elect for Anambra State, one of the zones in Anambra State. And our party were quite huge. All the LP officials in the Enugu State and a lot of LP partisans and the media people. So we met up with him, and from there we went to the home of the slain, would have been senator of our senatorial zone, Barrister Lucky Chukwu. On the road, we had one or two stopovers at the place where they call a Koto. A Koto is the road that passes or straddles the home of Senator Jimobo on the right, the home of Ken Namani on the left. So it's quite a popular stop and quite populous. So we stopped there, and the reception was quite impressive. Immediately, people realized that Obi was in town, was about there. They surged in their numbers, and we were greeting him. He just waved briefly, and then moved on to Agbani. Agbani is the home of quite some key politicians in Enugu State. Also, it's now become a growing suburb of Enugu, or so to say, an outskirts of the Enugu urban, because there are a lot of activities there. The law school is there, ASUT is there, the Air Force School is there. So there's quite some activity in Agbani. So he also stopped over there and was received warmly by the traders and businessmen and staff of various agencies that line up the road. So from there we went to Amore. Amore is the home of Senator Ibo Chukwu, who was killed just about 3 days to the election that would have made him a senator of the Federal Republic, or incoming. It's also the home of his younger brother, Barrister Kelvin Chukwu, who was elected to replace his brother. So the Igbo family were there in a number, and then other persons from around that area and from within, traditional rulers, men of God, political pundits, politicians from all parts, all shades and opinions, from APC, from PDP. They were there to welcome our incoming president by the grace of God. So he condoled with the family and then moved on to other places, maybe Anambra State, maybe Abia. I'm not sure because I didn't accompany them out at Enugu. That's it, but it was good, quite brief, quite fast-paced, but impressive. And I think it was well received, judging from the responses from what was put out by the media. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Before Mbadike, welcome on the platform.
Yeah,
You're
thank
from
you.
Enugu.
Your Excellency, you're welcome on the
Okay.
platform.
All right, Mbadike, please, you do us the honors of bringing. I know you know your Enugu people more, so you can see them down on the comment, the request line. You can bring up all the people that will be asking questions. You can help in doing that. But sir, I want to ask you one question. Mr. Chijoke, if you can hear me, I want to ask you one question. This question, I don't know whether it's a propaganda or it's a reality, but it has been popping up in different quarters where I've been hearing people say this. So I want to ask you. People say you're from Nsuka and that you are the cousin to the current governor. I want to really know if this is real. I want you to tell people here, because this is what I've been saying, that you are the cousin to the current governor now. That how can the governor, that is outgoing governor, want to hand over power to his brother? Please, sir, you have the platform. You have your Enugu people here that have been peddling this. I don't want to call it. I would say I don't want to call it rumors yet, but I think it's something that have been going on, and Enugu people here will tell you that yes, they've heard it from so many quarters. So please, sir, if you can tell us, is it true or is it false?
I'm from Enugu East Senatorial Zone. Governorship rotation in Enugu State happens on the basis of zones, senatorial zones. I am from Enugu East Senatorial Zone. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi is from Enugu North Senatorial Zone. Sullivan Chime is from Enugu West Senatorial Zone. So there's a zonal rotation going on. Sullivan Chime from Enugu West Senatorial Zone handed over to Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, who is from Enugu North Senatorial Zone. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi is on the cusp, is on the about vacating office. About 5 or 6 months ago, primaries were conducted, and all the candidates came from Enugu East Senatorial Zone in respecting the existing rotational arrangement in Enugu State. Chijoke Doga is from Enugu East Senatorial Zone. Enugu East Senatorial Zone is comprised of many persons from different cultural backgrounds. It's true. I'm from the Nsukka area. There are also people in Enugu East Senatorial Zone who have Ogui extraction, and Nike extraction, and Nkano extraction, and Ngo extraction. And then that is where most of the people who are not from Enugu State, Anambra, Abia, Imo, Ebonyi, Northerners, Westerners, that is the zone where everyone aggregates. So the rotation is not based on cultural issues or cultural identities. Rotation is based on zones. So Chijoke is true, is an Nsukka person culturally, but he is also inside Enugu's East Senatorial Zone. I'm absolutely not a relation of Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. We're absolutely not related at all. There's absolutely no relationship at all. So we're not related. All that issue of relation arises from the fact that his mother comes from Ubolo Eke, where my mother also comes from, but they are not related at all. Our mothers are not related at all. Ifeanyi has been my friend, but I met him for the first time in my life in 1997. In 1997, when I came home to run for the chairmanship of Isuzo, and we became friends. So, but there's absolutely no blood relationship. And before 1997, I never knew him. He was more of the friend of my younger brother, who was also his colleague at INEC. My brother Eugene was the director of transport in INEC about 1980 something, maybe 85 or thereabout, and handed over to Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi on the basis of their friendship. So it was my brother who introduced me to him in 1997 when I was leaving Lagos to come home to run for the chairmanship of my local government, and we became friends. So he's not my relation. I'm Nsukka. I'm proud of that, my heritage, but I am from Enugu East Senatorial Zone. Governorship rotation in Enugu State is based on senatorial zones, and then I don't even see, and then causing relationship is something that you don't look at twice. If I'm really his brother in either way, the way he treated me in the run up to the PD primaries does not exhibit any iota of brotherhood. The way the callous and casual manner with which he treated me does not show there is brotherhood. Brotherhood is not something you just talk about. Brotherhood is expressed in action. So we're not brothers. We are friends. We used to be friends. I'm not sure whether we are still friends, but we're not related. Thank you.
All right, sir. I want to ask a question. I am very interested in give us the gist. You see, we were the young people. When we ask you, I saw pictures of you and Peter Obi, you were giving them in Enugu State. Talk to us like young people. How the waka go? Who na see people come out, then hello na. I mean, right now, let me explain why I'm asking this question so you can use it as a sub context. Currently in the obedient movement, especially in Enugu State, there has been a lot of divisions over other candidates. So some people are obedient, but they want this person. There are even some people who are obedient, but they are looking towards the PDP candidate. But you are the one person, and we have stood by Labour all the way and stood by you on this movement. And you are the one person that Peter Obi came into Enugu State and walked around with, legitimizing your stand. So how was that? Give us the full gist in about 5 minutes.
You see, we have been around here for quite some time, building the Labour Party. Really, really, putting it on the ground, really instituting it, really putting it in the minds of people through various mediums or medias. On the ground, creating the structure, creating the persons who make the party work. On the radio, jingles, billboards, campaigns out there, telling the people what Labour Party represents. And when it mattered most, we stood behind P2B. We stood with him. We stand with him. We have stood with him. There are other candidates who have their choices all lined up. For instance, the PDP has its presidential candidate with all his strengths and his weaknesses. The APGA candidate has its presidential candidate with strengths and weaknesses. The APC has its presidential candidate. And the candidates all along have campaigned on this basis. So all these deliberate confusion or manipulation to give the impression that there's a division within the obedient family. Division on what basis? Yeah, I don't think there's a division. I don't even think there should be a division, because the PDP is aligned to PDP, top to bottom, and they campaigned vigorously for PDP. APC did the same thing. APGA did the same thing. So all this effort to manipulate the people, I don't think is right. So obedient family should remain steadfast behind the people who have done all the work, who have stood on principle, and who have a track record of what the obedient family, Obi himself, represents in terms of integrity, in terms of character, in terms of consistency, in terms of everything that Labour stands for. There's a candidate for Labour who represents, for the governorship, who represents the values that the Labour Party ought to project or is projecting, or that Obi represents. So for me, I don't see any problem. People can try to steal, you can take away from something, take a piece of the glory from, attach themselves in an opportunistic manner. The word I'm trying to use is opportunism. There's an opportunism going on, a sort of grasping yourself on what has become a winning platform. People who are discerning and faithful truly to the Labour Party should see beyond all these manipulations, because you cannot be PDP for Atiku, PDP for at the Senate, and at the point of governorship, you become Obi. How do you become Obi? In what way? How do you become obedient? In what way? Are the symbols the same thing? Are the philosophy the same thing? Are the candidates the same thing? So it's but that's the issue. I don't personally, I don't believe that should be any problem. I don't believe there's a fringe element who are trying to be opportunistic. Opportunism is something I react to with some reservations. Let me use the word lightly. Opportunism is something I react to with reservations. And the PDP candidates or APGA candidates who are doing everything possible to latch onto the obedient movement or the Obi name or Labour Party territory are just being opportunistic. So I think that settles it for now. Obi's visit to Enugu was quite good, quite impressive. It was quite brief. He didn't want it to be made public essentially. So it was something confidential and discreet about it. So we followed his instruction. We brought out just a few persons, but as we began to move, the crowd began to grow and surge, and then before you know it was gone. So a glimpse of him, maybe that's okay for people, and then it served his purpose, which was come around, move around with me a bit. I think he was just trying to douse the worries that's been raised by all kind of endorsements by people who are close to him, that is not consistent with what he has been doing. You can't be in Labour Party and you're endorsing another person after. It doesn't make sense. So I think he came partly to respond, to douse that worry, because there are some people in my party, in my group, who are really worried about those kind of things. But personally, I'm not worried. And then he came to also commiserate with the family, condole with the family. So there's a sense in which there was not going to be a big fanfare about our visit. It was mainly, partly, it was about condolence. Partly it was address the concerns of the people in my group who are worried about the endorsement or Twitter messages from women or people who have been in a Labour Party hierarchy, going around with the Obi, dancing on the stage and all that. So, but personally, I didn't think there was anything to worry, and I don't think there's anything to worry up to now.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Guys, please, if you're up on the platform and you want to ask questions, please, your questions should be straight to the point. We have over 50 people requesting for the mic that want to ask questions also. So please indulge us by your hands should be up. Raise your hands up so we can take a queue for people asking questions. And also, please, one question. Limit
Please,
your
if you
question.
ask more than one question, I will cut you. I beg you. Today is not that day. Come in, all protocols observed, ask your question, and it will be answered. Any preambles, anything more than one question, I will mute you and drop you. God bless you as you comply.
Thank you. So please, guys, if you're up on the platform, your hands are not up, we'll have to drop you for other people to come up and ask questions. That's how it's going to be done, so we can allow enough people to ask questions. Thank you. All right. I think I'm going to start with the first hand I see up here, and that is I think Engineer Didu Ugu. Kesley
Yeah,
says,
Yeah, Kesley.
Engineer Didu. Engineer Didu, thank you very much, Sirdam. My governor, I thank you for coming here. I'll call you my governor because I see you as one. I think we are winning this battle. My question will come like this, my governor. You know about Uzowani and the rice production in Uzowani. And up till now, that rice production in Uzowani is not the way it used to be due to insecurity and other vices. And maybe people are not getting enough support so that they can invest in the right production in Uzowani. Me as a person, my governor, I tell you, if you can make that place in Uzowani to work again, I would like to invest. I would like to come back because it's one of Labour Party's what do they call it, manifesto or what? Moving from consumption to production. We really need to get Enugu youths into production so that at least most of them can leave the streets, most of them can be productive with their destiny. Please, I want to know, will you be interested in doing that, reviving Uzowani and the rice production there? Thank you.
You mean the other rice?
Definitely.
So those work to answer.
I would be interested in reviving the other rice. I have emotional connections to Uzowani. Uzowani is the place that I did my secondary school. It was partly Uzowani, partly Soka. I think Bodogu is now in Uzowani, where I did my secondary school. And we used to go down to Adani. Then it was a big place. And lots of people who have now gone to Anambra State used to live there. So it was, and they all worked in that other rice, and it was quite big. Now I noticed that in the course of my service to the outgoing government, there are quite some feeble attempts were made to do something about other rice. But I always had a sense that it was not focused enough or sharp enough. The intensity was not brilliant.